The Doll of Hollow Creek. In a small countryside town, a young girl named Clara celebrated her 10th birthday. Her grandmother gave her a porcelain doll she found at an antique shop. The doll wore a faded crimson dress, with delicate glass eyes that seemed too lifelike, and a cracked smile that looked almost human. On the doll's back, engraved faintly in the porcelain, were the words, "I belong to you. Do not give me away." At first, Clara adored the doll. She named it Rosaline. But soon, strange things began to happen. At night, Clara heard footsteps in her room when no one was there. Sometimes, she woke to find Rosaline sitting in different places, on the desk, by the window, even right beside her pillow. Her parents dismissed it as imagination, until one night Clara's mother walked into the room and swore she heard a faint giggle from the doll's direction. Clara's grandmother revealed the truth. Decades earlier, Rosaline belonged to another child who died under mysterious circumstances. The family tried to destroy the doll, burn it, bury it, smash it, but it always returned. Each time the child who owned it fell ill, or worse, disappeared. The grandmother whispered, "Never give the doll away. If you do, it will be angry." Clara's father, terrified by the strange events, decided to throw Rosaline into the river. But that night, the doll returned, soaked, muddy, and sitting at the kitchen table. The next morning, Clara's father was found with his neck twisted at an unnatural angle. No sign of forced entry, only the doll, sitting upright on his chest. Clara's mother tried to take her away, but Rosaline wouldn't allow it. Doors locked on their own. Windows shattered. Clara's laughter began to change, mimicking the doll's eerie giggle. When the neighbors finally entered the house, it was empty. The mother was gone. Clara's bed was neatly made, but in the middle of the room sat the doll, wearing Clara's favorite red hair ribbon. Her glass eyes seemed brighter, fuller, almost alive. After Clara and her mother vanished, the Hollow Creek police filed a missing persons case. Officers searched the house and found no trace of struggle, only the doll sitting in the center of Clara's bed. Detective Mara Ellison, a skeptic, kept the doll as evidence, but she felt uneasy. The porcelain was cold, unnaturally cold, and its glass eyes seemed to follow her every move. That night, Mara dreamed of a child's voice whispering, "Play with me, forever." She woke to find the doll sitting on her nightstand. She had left it at the station. Digging deeper, Mara uncovered the belongings of the first girl who owned Rosaline in the 1920s. In an old attic chest, she found a small diary. The entries grew darker as the days went on. Rosaline says she is lonely. Rosaline wants me to hurt Mommy. Rosaline says I don't need anyone else. She will stay when everyone is gone. The final entry was smeared with ink and blood. Rosaline is inside me now. Mara brought the doll to a priest for exorcism. The priest refused almost immediately. He explained that Rosaline wasn't merely cursed, it was a vessel. A spirit bound into porcelain by an occult ritual, feeding on the innocence of children. "This is no toy," he said, trembling. "This is a prison, and whatever is inside doesn't want to stay locked anymore." That night, Mara's home filled with noises. Scratching inside the walls, childlike humming, the sound of tiny porcelain feet on the floorboards. Rosaline appeared in different places, perched on the refrigerator, dangling from a chandelier, even sitting in the passenger seat of Mara's car. Mara realized the doll was searching for a new host. Without a child, it was weak. But with one, it would live again. She tried to lock Rosaline in an iron safe, but when she returned, the safe door was open, and etched into the steel were the words, "I belong to you now." That same night, Mara's young niece came to visit. The little girl found the doll and hugged it tightly. "She says her name is Rosaline. She wants to be my best friend." Mara's blood turned cold. Desperate, Mara attempted to destroy the doll once and for all. She took it deep into Hollow Creek Forest, where local legends spoke of a witch's pit that could consume cursed things. As she lowered Rosaline into the pit, the doll's glass eyes rolled back, and a voice, half child, half demonic, screamed, "If you bury me, I'll take her with me. Clara is mine forever." Mara froze. Clara's faint voice echoed from the pit, crying for help. Unable to choose between destroying the doll and saving the missing girl, Mara hesitated. And in that moment, Rosaline moved. Mara hesitated too long. The pit roared with voices, children screaming, giggling, whispering all at once. She let go of the doll, hoping it would fall into the darkness. But when she looked down, Rosaline was gone. She rushed home, only to find her niece's bed empty. The blankets were neatly folded, but sitting in the center was the doll, wearing the child's pink hair ribbon. Rosaline's glass eyes gleamed brighter, more alive than ever. The porcelain lips cracked wider into a smile. Mara fell to her knees, screaming. Somewhere in the distance, another child's voice whispered, "I belong to you now." And thus the curse lived on. Mara heard Clara's faint cry from the pit. "Help me! Please don't leave me!" Rosaline dangled in her hands, trembling with unnatural life. Mara understood. The doll wasn't bluffing. Clara's soul was inside. The only way to free her was to give Rosaline another soul in exchange. Mara whispered a prayer, then pressed the doll tight to her chest. "Take me instead." The ground split open. Black strings, like puppet wires, lashed out and wrapped around Mara's arms, legs, throat. Rosaline's porcelain face cracked wide, swallowing Mara's scream as the pit sealed shut. When the forest grew quiet, Clara emerged from the shadows, confused, alive, free. But on her nightstand that night, she found Rosaline waiting. This time, the doll wore Mara's necklace. The curse never ends, only passes on.